Hi, this is Reese from CreataCRM, and today I'm going to be showing you 4 new features inside of CreataCRM in the quote system. So the 4 new features we're going to go through is the sign-off pages and quotes. Now this has been here for some time, but we're going to go through a little bit more in detail on what it looks like. The next one is Stripe credit card payments. Now this is really beneficial for people who, when they do a quote and they want to get a sign-off and they want some payment, which is really going to speed up your process and really save a lot of time and money from a lot of admin, so that you can actually get part payment for a job and then start with a signature straight away. So that's going to really improve your productivity, increase sales in that area there, so the salespeople do sales and not get caught up in admin. The other things that are really good is the recommended prices. Because we suck all your accountancy systems and suck all your invoices, we now have an intelligent way to suggest other products. So if you, for example, choose a product like aluminium windows, we can click on that and show you other recommended products that other people have purchased when they purchase that particular product. So that's really going to help you guys, your salespeople, increase your sales that way as well. Another value add tool. Then we've got price lists. Now that helps you when you can have a layer of price lists where you can have things like wholesalers, end user products and distributors, and each one of them has a layer of percentages off. So every time you add a quote, for example, you can have a 10% off for a particular wholesaler that has actually been quite loyal to you. You can give more percentages off, and that will automatically follow through. So there's no the price the salesperson doesn't have to really figure out what the 10% is. It just happens when it's assigned to that person. So we're going to go through those particular 4 features. So we're going to cover feature 1 and 2 in combined. So what we're going to do is we're going to quote here for CreataCRM, and we've got Reese Harper here. We've now put a quote in here. We just added all these line items into the system here, and what we have done in the system is we've got a prepayment amount of $300. Now we can add fields and do other calculations to help you get that percentages on the amounts. We can do a lot of magic there. But this example, we're just we've got a quote here, and we will send it out to the client. Now already in the system here, we click on the send drop down menu, click on send template, and you've got a section here called CreataCRM Accept Quote through Stripe. So we're going to send this, and it's going to pop up, and it's an automatically predefined template that's connected to a client page at the end. So it's going to send an email to this particular client, which is myself, and a quote pending approval with a view quote. Now I'm going to send that email to myself, and it will be sent out, and we'll go through and show what it looks like. So I'm going to look at this quote here, and when you click on view quote, and that's going to bring up the quote that I've sent out. So as you can see here, 645, and here it now looks like here on the online system for the person to look at. Next thing you're going to do is you've got a action here. You can pretty much put your contract on here as well, and the actions. Now I'm going to type in a signature here to accept it, and then here itself it talks about I have $300. Now I put in the field $300. You can, again, this is hard coded to say you can type in the amount, but we can actually do a 10% of the actual quota, and it will just calculate it out for you. So that's quite easy to do. So for example, $300 to pay here, and the person would do the credit card number, and it will figure out what the credit card is, and it would validate everything in here. So if I put 2017, it's not going to happen, say that's the wrong credit card. So this is all through the system where it will be able to put the credit card, CSV, it's a Visa, and you can pay the deposit, and that would debit that person's credit card, put $300, and we can integrate it into your accounting system, which would put forward a invoice and a bill as payment of a part payment inside your accountancy system as well. So we'll talk more about that. So that there is the 2 new features, just where you can actually send out a client-side form, allow people to see it, they can sign it, pay deposit, and that will then make the deposit and put into the system. So that's 2 new features inside of quotes. Okay, so another new feature, I'm just going to go up and load up one of our Reckon sites which has more data. We're going to actually create a quote. Now the reason why I'm actually accessing a accountancy system which is Reckon, like we do link to QuickBooks Online, Rec, and Xero, and MYOB. But what we like about this new feature is that it's good when you actually have done a lot of invoices. It gets you the algorithm of what should you recommend for this product. So the great thing about grabbing accounting systems that have a lot of data in it, you can get the intellectual property very quickly. So the salespeople can really figure out what to do. So for example, I'm just going to link to a quote. I'm not going to go into the specifics of what I need to do. But when I add a new line, and this one's got product services already in here, I'm going to go single element here, and I'm going to just do a single window. So this is the record and accounting system online. The demo one it's connected to the aluminium industry for Windows. So this one here, I'm just going to go aluminium, and then I click the star button. Now this would actually there do an algorithm and say, well, what else I can suggest, and they have the beautiful pictures on here, and I can go, well, I can do a single. I can choose this one here and click add to the product, and I can then add to the product there, and then I click on the star of that product that I've just selected and see other products that it relates to. So right here, this is really good when you're on a phone system, which we do have, and that can actually take the call, and then as you do the quote real time, you can actually assist the user themselves on when they are purchasing. If that product's not in stock, for example, you have the ability to figure out, well, this may not be in stock, and if you use your imagination, we've got a quantity of 9,700, but if it wasn't, you can then go, look, sorry, we haven't got that product, but let's recommend other products in here, and you click on that star and review the products there. So it gives you other suggestions that while when people have brought this product, this is the top one up the top, which is the product that most people do buy when they buy the product that you've selected, and it goes down the list from top to the top 5. Now that's something that's connected to let's say your e-stores for Google and all these things, but isn't this really empowering your staff now that it's grabbing your analytical data that's been in this accountancy system and then pops up your top 5 for that particular product? So that's really going to help your increase sales, and you're probably going to get value for money very quickly for your company when you have just that feature, because you're really encouraging your guys to not just buy a product or take orders, but to recommend other products in the system or give them intelligence saying, well, if you buy this screen, you can therefore say, for example, you need a sliding door, you can add, let's say, some sliding doors, and you look at them here, 2-panel sliding door, and they go, well, what other options can I have? And that just really gives you increased ability to increase the sales there. So that's the one other option or another feature you got here. Now the fourth new feature is that we're going to create a new quote and have a price list and discounts from that. So what we will do is create a new quote here, and we're going to just find out, we're going to link CreataCRM into the quote. And what we've done is given CreataCRM 20% off. Now we've created a price list rule that it will be 20% off all products and services. Now this is a great thing for rewarding frequent buyers into your business or wholesaler distributors, and really allow people to say, for example, this particular person gets this group of products for 20% and this group of products for 10%. So you can actually create some very dynamic rules for your business to have discounts. So when I go to CreataCRM, this person gets 20% off, I can click on add on the products. Now, for example, we're going to just we do services, so I'm just going to go in here and say, look, when it's usually $160, it's now $128, and displays in the actual list view the discounted amount. So when I click on here, it puts a price in here. So that particular person, I'll do a bit more where I'll probably do a phone system a bit better, so they'll get 20% off that. So I'm just going to click on D62s, for example, click on here, and the discount price is in here. So for example, that will help out for people that you want to give discounts for. You can just simply have an easy way, and it's just in here. I'm just going to ignore that. Just that simple where you create a 20% off. It's that simple where you create a rule in here saying price 20%, and what it will do is just go through the whole price list and calculate it for you. Very easy to do, because we know there's can get difficult, and this has got some multiple criteria in here that you can go, if it contains this name of this product, to do 10% off for this person and so forth. So you can have a lot of discounts to help your staff out. So that's one way. So the other 4 new features you've got in the quoting system here, you've got obviously the sign-off pages with credit cards. You've got the recommended products. That's very, very powerful to when it sucks your accounting system, you know now what to suggest. That helps new staff members and really help productivity for your business. And priceless. That can have levels of priceless for your customers going through. So I hope that helps you. If there's any questions just on the new features, that we keep on coming with new features here. So as you go through the video tutorial, you're probably seeing the evolution of our product, and we're hoping to continue this growth that we have. And if there's any questions, please don't hesitate to speak to us soon. Thanks, bye.